So my name is Abel Kambo. I'm back again. Today we're going to talk about Islam. We're going to talk about Islam today. We're going to see debates from Christian Prince debating more Islamic imams, scholars, and even sheikhs. So I'm Kombo Abel. I'm a Christian. And I want to show you why Islam is false. Really. Why Muslims, they always say that Islam is peaceful. Outside there, all over the place, they say Islam is peaceful. It's all about love and all that. So we're going to research if it's really the way they are saying, if it's really the truth. If it's really Islam is peaceful or not. Because actually, even in Quran, even Allah, he hates black people. You know what I mean? So I don't know why these people, why Muslims outside there, they don't read their own Quran. They don't read it. A lot of Muslims walking around outside there, they really don't read their own Quran. So we're going to talk about Quran now. We're going to open the Quran to show them that they have to read it and understand that there is a hate in Quran. They don't have to spread lies outside there, okay? So I'm Kombo Abel, let's pray before we start. Mungu Baba, Mungu aliye mbinguni, Mungu ambaye alituma mtoto wake Yesu Kristo kuja hapa duniani na kufa katika dhambi zangu. Mungu wa Abraham, Jacob na Isaac. Asante Mungu Baba, mimi kama Kombo Abel, kama vile imeandikwa in the book of John chapter 1 verse 1, imeandikwa that in the beginning was the word was God, the word was with God, the word became flesh and lived among us. And kama vile Mungu umesema that you send your only son, so God loved the world and he sent his only son Jesus Christ. So today God give me power, give me strength, give me wisdom to expose Islam with their lies. That is peaceful. So give me strength, give me power, give me energy to read, to show that Islam is false actually. So I'm begging you that you give me strength and protect me from any Muslim who's gonna hate me. But in the truth, we have to bring it outside there, So in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. So first, before we start, I'm going to show you what the Bible say about loving your enemies. So we have here Luke. We have Luke chapter 6. Luke chapter 6, 27 to 28. And here it says, but to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. So in the Bible, is telling us, the God is telling us to love our enemies, to do good to those who curse us, do good to those who hate us, bless those who curse us. So Muslims, they like to curse Christian, they hate Christian. And they are not supposed, Islam, they are not supposed to be friends with Christian. I'm going to show you all those, because today is about Islam. Today is about Quran. Why Quran is false. Okay, let's go. So here we're going to write, we're going to open one Google and we're going to write here Surah, Quran capital 2 verse 191. So Quran capital 2 verse 191. Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to read today this one here. Okay. So we're going to read here. We are in the Quran now. Okay. So this is Quran. Okay, Quran capital 2. We have Surah capital 2 verse 191 to 193. Surah capital 2 191 to 193. I'm going to say it again. Surah capital 2, 191 to 193. So let's see if it's really talking about love your enemies, or even the ones who believe, or you have to love them. Okay. So we're going to read. This is Surah, as I put here. This is Quran. So this is not, I'm not lying, yeah? So if you don't believe it's written like that, then you don't believe in Quran. Because most of these Muslims, they don't read Quran. So, Surah capital 2, verse 191 to 193, it says, "And slay them wherever you find them, and drive them out from whence they drove you out, for oppression is worse than manslaughter, and fight them until the oppression has stopped and faith in God is there. And if they desist, then be no enmity except against the unjust." So this is in English. We have to translate it in German and also in so for those who don't understand English, they can read also in German. We're going to translate this English, German, and my language, Swahili. You know. So we start in English and then we go to German. So let's see what is in German. So in German, auf Deutsch, in Surah Kapitel 2, Vers 191 bis 193. Da steht: "Und erschlage sie, wo immer ihr auf sie stoßt, und vertreibe sie, von woher sie euch vertrieben. Denn Unterdrücke ist schlimmer als Totschlag. Und bekämpfe sie, bis die Unterdrücken aufgehört hat. Und der Glaube an Gott da ist. Und so sie ablassen, so sei keine Freundschaft außer wieder die Ungerechte." Okay, so here, you know, the God of Quran is telling the Muslim, for those who don't believe in of Allah, this is what they have to do to kafir, you know, to unbelievers, you know. So I'm going to translate it in of my language. So today we're going to talk about Quran today the whole hour about Quran. We have to research the Quran, because many people, they really don't know what is really going on here. So this is we are still in the Quran, Surah number 2, 191 to 193. Na waueni popote mwakutapo, na watoeni pale walipo kutoeni, maana dhuluma ni mbaya kuliko kuua, na piganeni nao mpaka ukome dhulma, na imani kwa Mwenyezi Mungu iwepo, na wakiacha basi usiwe na uadui ila kwa madhalimu. Okay, so we're going to read another surah here, so we can see here Quran is spreading violence here, you know. So we're going to go another surah. This is Surah 3, verse 28. So I hope here we can, I don't know if we can search here. I think, no, we here cannot search. We're going to Surah 3, verse 28. Okay. Here. And now we're gonna, this is Surah Ali Imran. Okay. Maybe it's this. So you can see this is of Arabic, and here is of English. So, you know, here we don't have to read, you know, they're talking about reading Quran of Arabic. So they want to make the whole world to speak Arabic. To leave their own language and speak Arabic. I mean, how silly is this? Okay, so we're gonna, this is Surah, wait a minute. The believer must not take the disbelievers as friends. Okay, this is of Arabic, and this is of English. This is Surah. This is Quran 3. Quran capital 3. Quran capital 3 verse 28. And that is Ali Imran, the family of Imran, you know. So this is what it says, Ali Imran. That's I think this is the translator. It says the believers must not take the disbelievers as friends. So you see here, Muslim people, why you see them, they are always they don't want to be but Muslim, they don't have to be friends with the people who don't believe in Islam. So this is what is saying here. The believers must not take the disbelievers as friends instead of the believers. And whoever does that has no relation with Allah whatsoever, unless you do so as a protective measure in order to save yourself from them. Allah warns you of himself, for unto Allah is the truth, is return. So here you see, so any Muslim outside there who have somebody who is not Muslim and they are friends, here your Allah is saying you don't have to have friends who don't believe in Allah. So anybody who don't believe in Allah, they don't have to be friends with Muslim, because Allah is warning Muslim, don't be friends with non-believers. Okay? So for those who say, oh, Islam is very, very peaceful, but here we read here, I don't see any peaceful here. Where is peaceful here when they don't have to be friends with the other unbelievers? There is no peaceful here. This is hate. This is spreading hate here. Okay? And this is Surah 3 verse 28. You know, for those who say, oh, Allah don't say that, go and read your Quran. It's written there. Surah 3 verse 28. Okay. And then we go Quran 3:84. Today we're going to expose Islam. You know, Quran 3. So I think here is this is all the translator Al-Fatina, Al-Basgara and all those. So we are in Ali. So wait a minute. Maybe here we're gonna get Surah 3:85. Surah capital 3 verse 85. I hope this will translate. So let's see. Be accepted from him, and he in and whoever iniquity, if any seeks religion other than Islam. Okay, so you see here, so we are in Ali Imran. We are still in Ali Imran, and verse we have Surah 3 verse 85. Okay, Surah 3 verse 85. I'm going to read here with if any seeks religion other than Islam, complete devotion to God, it will not be accepted from him. He will be one of the losers in the hierarchy. Okay? So here it means any religion which is not Islam is not accepted in this world. That means Hinduismus, Christianismus, Buddhismus, and all other religion. So that means there is war against other religion here. You understand? That means Islam is against all religion which is not Islam. You know? So I mean, I don't see any peaceful, because we have read in the Bible here. But to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. You understand? You'll never see it in the Quran, such verses. You know what I mean? So let's go back to, we're going to go to Quran 5:35. You know, Quran 5:35. We are still in Quran 5:35. Quran 5:35. Okay. Maybe there's one here. It says Quran capital 5 verse 35. This is of Arabic, and here is of English. When Imran's wife said, "Oh my Lord, I have vowed that what is in my womb will be devoted inclusive." Okay, wait a minute. This is another. This is not that what we are searching, but let's see translation for these guys. Okay, wait a minute. So let's write here Quran 5. Quran 5:35. No, Quran 5:33. Quran 5:33. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back to Islamic. This is an Quran.com. So here is only Muslim. You understand? These are scholars, smart Muslim. They know. So here we have we write Quran 5:33. Okay. Okay, so here it doesn't translate what we are searching. Okay, so let's go back here. Quran 5:33. We're going to find it. Quran 5:33. Here. Okay, if it doesn't show, then we're going to in English translation, the Quranic Arabic. Wage war against and this message. I think we are here in Sahib International. Strife upon earth to curse corruption is none but that they be killed. Or wait a minute. We're going to find it today. We will never leave here till we speak all in Quran. We need to find it. Those who fight against Allah and His Messenger and run about trying to spread disorder on the earth, their punishment is no other than that they shall be killed. Okay? So here we have Quran. The translator is Al-Maida. Al-Maida, Quran 5:33. Yeah, this is Al-Maida. So let's read. Those who fight against Allah and His Messenger and run about trying to spread disorder on the earth, their punishment is no other than that they shall be killed, or be crucified, or their hands and legs be cut off from different sides, or they be kept away from the land they live in. That is a humiliation for them in this world, and for them there is a great punishment in the hereafter. So we have Mufti Taghi Usmani. Surely the only response of is the same who war against Allah and His Messenger and diligently and over to do corruption in the earth. It's same. It's talks. So the old translator, they speak the same situation. There's nothing. They are speaking the same idea, to fight the ones, to kill, to crucify the unbelievers, the ones who are against Allah. You understand what I mean? So I mean, in the Bible, when we go back there, even when you go in Job, if I have rejoiced at the ruin of him who hated me, or excluded when evil overtook him. I have not let my mouth sin by asking for his life with a curse. You understand? Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles. Okay? So, when you see here, there's difference here between Quran and the Bible. The God of Quran and the God of the Bible. The God of Quran is saying he will kill you if you yeah. So, okay, then let's go to the Quran. We're going to Quran 8, capital 12. Quran 8. I hope this will come. Quran 8, capital 12. I hope this will come. Okay, so we're going to write in Google. Quran 8. Quran 8:12. That is in Surah, and okay, the one is Surah Al-Anfal. But this is Quran. I said Quran. What's wrong with this? So I hope we're going to find here. So here we have Quran Quran 12. Quran 8 verse 12. Quran 8 verse 12, yeah. As you see, Quran 8 chapter 8. Quran chapter 8 this is Al-Anfal. And we're going to read in translation of it. They ask you concerning the Anfal, say the Anfal belong to Allah and Apostle. So be wary of Allah. I think this is another. Wait a minute. This doesn't translate good because Google sometimes it doesn't translate things the way it's supposed to be. So I think here maybe it's going to bring Quran 12, as we see here, Quran 8 verse 12. And this is, I hope here we're going to read it now. Okay, so let's read here. That is Sahih International. Remember, when your Lord inspired to the angels, I am with you, so strengthen those who have believed. I will cast terror. You saw? This is what Allah said to Muslims. I will cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieve. So strike them. Strike. You see here, you have to strike who don't strike the disbelievers. You see them upon the necks. You have to strike them upon the necks. This is Islam. What we are reading here. That is Quran. Strike upon the necks and strike from them very fingertip. You see. This is what Muslims have to do to the ones who don't believe in Allah. Disbelievers. Like we don't believe, like Christian and all these Jewish and even Buddha, and other religions. Muslims, they have to strike them, to terrorize. When we hear terrorists in the television, they read these books here. They have to terror. I will cast terror. You understand what I mean? So when you see terrorized Muslim working terrorized because they read the Quran, So strike them upon the necks and strike from heaven. Strike from them every fingertip. You know. So the God of is spreading terrorists. You know. I mean, we're gonna read even Yusuf Ali, the translator of Yusuf Ali. We can read there. It's the same. They're speaking also to terrorists. Remember, the Lord inspired the angels. The same. You know. And I will steal terror. You see here. Still terror. You know, I will instill terror. This is what Allah said to Muslims, to steal terror. And above their necks. It's same. We can go even in Shakir. He speak also to say, is speaking also the same thing. You know. You see here, I will cast terror. Even all those, they will speak the same. Even Muhammad Sarva. You know. The translator, you know, the same thinking, you know, even Mohsin Khan, even Arbery, they are all speaking the same to strike terror to unbelievers. So, you know, we as Christians, we don't believe in Islam. So, you know, Islam, they will terrorize a Muslim person who is near to you. You know already, when you are not a Muslim, you know already the way they are thinking about you. They really don't like you. You understand what I mean? Yes, it's like that. This is the behavior. They get it in the Quran. You know? So we're going to go to Quran chapter 8 verse... Quran chapter 8 verse 60. It's already here. Okay? So let's see. Maybe here it's going to tell us here again. So we have here still is Sahih International, and prepare against them whatever you are able of power and of states of war, by which you may terrify the enemy of Allah and your enemy and others beside them who you do not know, whom Allah knows. Yeah, and whatever you spend in the cause of Allah will be fully repaid to you, and you will not be wronged. So I think maybe this is verse 60. Wait a minute. Because there's somewhere they say beheading, you know. It's talking about infidels, you know, infidels and so, you know. Quran 6. I mean, wait a minute. And prepare against them what force you can horses. So. There's somewhere also is talking about infidels. Because you know we are infidels, you don't believe in Allah, you know. This is what the Muslims also there they think, you know. So wait a minute, there is maybe another one, maybe here. Okay, so here, you know, it's all about war. You know, we read the Bible, it's about loving your enemies, love the ones who hate you. But here, you're going to hear only war, you know. So here, as we read in Quran chapter 8, verse 60, you know, verse 60, you know. Prepare against them whatever you can of military. You understand? That means war. Military means war. Military power and war horses, owing thereby the enemy of Allah and your enemy, and others beside them whom you do not know, but Allah knows them, and whatever you spend in the way of Allah will be repaid to you in full, and you will not be wrong. You understand what I mean? So here, here is always war. Allah don't say love your enemies. Here he say enemies to prepare war. You know, this is the Islamic God. You understand what I mean? Always prepare war, but in about your enemies. We read in the Bible already here, in the Bible already, even in Luke. But to you who are listening, love your enemies. You understand? The Bible is saying love your enemies. Quran is saying different. You understand what I mean? Quran is saying prepare against them whatever you can of military power and war horses, awaiting thereby the enemy of Allah and your enemy and others beside them whom you do not know, but Allah knows them. You understand what I mean? So here is about hating your enemies, make war, prepare military. You understand? You understand? So it's there's too much. I'm coming. You know, there's too much. So we're gonna go again to Quran. Quran 8:65. Let's see what it says there. Okay. Okay, let's see what is here. This is also about unbelievers, you know. This is also against unbelievers. So let's go here. Maybe today we're going to talk about Quran only. You understand? And we're going to see a little bit, we're going to compare with the Bible, which is the real book, which is the real religion. You understand? For those who don't understand why many Muslims they are going out from Islam, is because they start reading their books again. Because many Muslims they don't read Quran. There are many Christians like me, we read even Quran here. And when you sit down with a Muslim, he'll never know what you are talking about. When you tell him that Quran is against all unbelievers, he will say you are lying. Why you say you are lying? Because you don't read Quran. The Muslim person don't read Quran. So we have here we have Quran 8, Quran as a surah 8, verse 65. What it says here. This is Sahih International. It says, O Prophet, urge the believers to battle. You understand? So the believers, the Muslims, they have to go to battle. You understand? I don't even have to read the old. It's already showing us it's war again. There's no loving your enemies. But here, it's again war. I don't see any love your enemy in Quran. You know, that is even worse. You know? So so here they've been urged to go to the battle. You know? Okay, what happened? Okay, so we're going to read again. That is Sahih International. Okay, we have also Yusuf Ali. We can read that. It's saying also to prepare for battle. O Prophet, urge the believers to battle. If there are among you 20 who are steadfast, they will overcome 200, and if there are among you 100 who are steadfast, they will overcome 1,000 of those who have disbelieved, because there are a people who do not understand. Okay, so the ones who are non-believers. This is what the Quran is telling us. You know, the Muslims have to prepare war against disbelievers. That's why you're going to see Pakistan, you're going to see Iraq, all those Muslim countries, you only see wars. And Christians are being killed there. You understand why? Because they read this, what I'm reading here. You understand? They read in Quran what they have to do to unbelievers. That's why you go to Israel, you see war against Jews and Pakistans, against Jews and the Muslim religion. They're fighting there. The fight will never finish there. Why? Because the Muslim people, they read here. They can read even in Shakir. They know who is Shakir, you know. Oh prophet, urge the believers to war. If there are 20, you know, the same. It's all about war. There's nothing to do with love here. You understand? So let's go again. Let's go again to, there are too much. I'm going to show you there are too much which you will never find that Allah is saying loving your enemies. So we're going to go to Quran chapter 9 verse 30. Chapter 9 verse 5. You know? So we are going chapter verse 5, yeah? Okay? So, what do we have here? Maybe here we're going to find what we are searching. You know, so I'm gonna expose Quran, I'm telling you. Scare months. So here is about killing the infidels. You know, I hope this will show us, because sometimes, you know, they are putting past kill the polytheist. Okay. Then when the sacred months have passed, kill. You only hear kill. You understand what I mean? Kill the polytheists. Okay? Wherever you find them, capture them and besiege them and lie in wait for them at every ambush. But if they repent and maintain the prayer and give the zakat, you know, zakat. If the unbelievers, they have to pay zakat. You know, even is making money on it, and give the zakat, then let them alone. Indeed, Allah is all forgiving, all merciful. If Allah is all forgiving, when he say killing, what? You see how stupid is it now? And even Allah now is saying here, Allah is all forgiving and all merciful. How can you be forgiving and merciful, and here you are telling us kill the polytheist? And if they don't, and to pay zakat. This Allah of Muslim, is still in the head. How can you call yourself merciful when you how can a merciful person killing people? You know? There are too much. There are too much translation here. You guys can go and research there. So that was Quran chapter 9 verse 5. Killing the infidels. And pay the zakat. This is it's a sick, really, it's so sick. So we are going Quran chapter 9 verse 30. Okay? Yeah, we are reading the Quran. I'm not lying here. So when you think that I'm lying, then you are saying that your Allah is lying. Yes. You know? So when you say that, oh no, it's not written in the Quran like that, then thank you very much. You just leave Islam. You just left Islam. If you see that is wrong, that Allah is saying to kill the infidels, then leave Islam. Why are you still Muslim? You know. So we are going to Quran chapter 9 verse 30. You know, we're going to read today Quran. You understand what I mean? Just to show you what is Quran, because you have to teach the Muslim their own Quran, because they don't read their own Quran. So we're going to Quran chapter 9 verse 30. Yeah, Surah 9 verse 30. You understand what I mean? This is of Arabic. For the ones who say you have to read of Arabic, this is of Arabic. You can read it here. You know, we don't understand Arabic, but we can translate it in English. Your language we can translate in English. So here it says, the Jews say Ezra is the son of Allah. Okay, you know. Wait a minute. This is not, because here it's talking about Quran chapter 9 verse 30 is talking about fighting Christians and Jews. This is what that's why you see Muslims, they are hating Christian and Jews, just like the way Hitler hates Jewish people. Okay, and the Jews said Ezra is Christian, Messiah is the son of Allah. That is their saying with their mouth. They imitate the saying those who believe of old. Allah himself fighteth against them. How perverse are they? Okay, we have wait a minute, so the understanding there. We're going to research Quran today. So you see here in Quran chapter 9 verse 30 is talking about when we Christian we are saying that Jesus is the Son of God. This is what the God, the Allah is telling Muslim what they have to do to Christian who's saying that that Allah have a son. You understand what I mean? So Quran chapter 9 verse 30, the Jews said Ezra, Uzzah is Allah's son, you know, and the Christians said the Messiah is the son of Allah. These are morally verbal assertion in an imitation of the saying of those unbelievers who preceded them. May Allah ruin them. How do they turn away from the truth? So here, you know, when we Christians say that Jesus is Son of God, Allah is casting us, you know, is spreading war to us, you know, and even they are saying that Jewish people, they are saying Ezra is Allah's son, you know. So they are also, even, so Muslims, they have to hate the ones, they hate the Jews who say Ezra is the son of Allah, and Christian who say Messiah is the son of God. You know, here is also spreading hate, you understand? There is no loving Christian, there's no loving Jewish, it's about hating Jews. You understand what I mean? This is the way it says. It's not me. I am not Allah. I didn't write Quran. I'm just reading Quran. You know. So for those Muslims who are gonna think bad, I'm sorry. Then you have to hate your own Allah. Don't hate me. I'm not Allah. I'm just reading what Allah is saying. You know. So we're gonna find even a lot of translation here. I mean. We have here some comments. We have even comments, you know. So this is comments. So you see, in Quran chapter 9 verse 30 is spreading hate against the Christian who's saying Jesus is Son of God, and the Jewish who say Ezra is Son of Allah. You understand what I mean? Son of God. So is also spreading hate there. So you will never get love there. I'm telling you. I'm gonna give you another surah. Quran chapter 1. Quran chapter 9. Quran chapter 9. I think is this already. Quran chapter 9, verse 123. What it says. This is comments page. You know, because this Quran chapter 9 verse 123 is talking about fighting infidels. You know, not loving infidels, but fighting them. I really don't understand these Muslim people. I really don't understand why they're still believing in Islam. I mean, this is so sick, man. Fighting infidels, not loving them, eh? So here, as we read here, this is Quran chapter 9 verse 123, and this is of Arabic, you know. So let's read it of English. O you who have faith, fight the faithless who are in your vicinity, and let them find severity in you, and know that Allah is with the God worry. So that means let's translate this. Because there are many, and what is here? That is Surah capital 9 verse 23. Yeah, you already hear this. This is what Allah is saying. Fight the faithless people. You know, not love the faithless people, but fight them. You understand? It's all about fighting and killing here. You understand what I mean? This is what Islam, this is what the Muslim in the head, what they have in the head. When you see them outside there. This is what they have in their heart, what we are reading here. So anybody who is not faithless, anybody who is faithless, that means anybody who don't believe in Allah, in Switzerland, anybody even here in Switzerland, anybody who don't believe, who are faithless, they have to be fight. So that means even here in Switzerland, any Muslims here in Switzerland, they are working in a group, but this is what their teaching is, you know. So this is what they are thinking in their head: to hate and fight the unbelievers, you know, not to love the unbelievers. That means this is, I don't see here when any Muslim is gonna say Islam is a peaceful religion, but we already reading here. Here the Quran is not saying that is peaceful. It's only Muslim that telling you outside Islam is peaceful. But when you read Quran, you don't see any peaceful there, you know. So this is we already give you the capital. I'm not the ones who write Quran. I'm just reading the Quran. So just be careful. Just read your own Quran and sit down and think about it, you know. Because many, they're just reading. They don't even ask themselves what they are reading, you know. So that was Quran capital 9 verse 23. Yeah. So we go into another verse. We are going to another verse that will be Quran capital 22 verse 19. Okay. Quran 22 verse 19. I'm going to say it again, so people can, you know, don't listen carefully, you know. Quran capital 22 verse 19. Okay, so let's go and read it. These are comments. Okay, so Quran capital 2, Quran capital 22 verse 19. What it says, this is of Arabic, you know. For those who say you have to read it of Arabic, that is Arabic there. You can read it here. I'm pausing a little bit so people they can read it. Okay, so those two contendants contend concerning their Lord. As for those who are faithless, cloaks of fire will be cut out for them, and boiling water will be poured over their heads. Okay, you understand what I mean? I mean the people who don't believe in Quran. That means all religion. If you don't believe in Quran, in Islam, this is what the Muslim people they have to do to you. They have to do what? They have to faithful. Cloaks of fire will be cut out of you. You understand? This is what the Muslim do. They have to do to you. You know? This is what they have to do to you. Cloaks of fire will be cut out from them, and boiling water will be poured over their heads. So that means they will take the hot water, the boiling water, and they will put in your head. This is what the Muslim people they have to do to infidels. For the ones who don't believe in Allah, the ones who don't believe in Quran, the Muslim people they are being forced by Allah, by the prophet, the false prophet Muhammad, to take boiling water and poor in the heads of faithless. You understand what I mean? I mean, this is clear. It's clear, showing us hate here. You know, I don't see any peaceful here. You know, there is no any peaceful in this verse. I don't see any love your enemy. I only read here, pour boiled water in your head. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna we're gonna go to Quran 47 verse 4. Quran 47 verse 4. And then we're gonna, after this, I'm gonna read Bible a little bit, just a little, because today is about Quran, just a little bit. Quran 47 verse 4. Here. So what is Surah Muhammad? Quran 47 verse 4. So this is of Arabic. I'm pausing because you're going to say you have to read of Arabic, but I'm pausing so that when you read of this Arabic, and then we're going to read it in English, if they translate it wrong, you know. So here the translation of English. Now it's of English. This is Quran 47 verse 4. I'm going to say it again. Quran chapter 47 verse 4. Surah 47 verse 4. You understand what I mean? So what it says here, it says when you meet the faithless in the battle, you know, it's always battle, you know, strike their necks. When you have thoroughly decimated them, bind the captive's family. Thereafter, either oblige them by setting them free or take ransom, till the war lays down its burdens. That is Allah's ordinance, and had Allah wished, He could have taken virgins of them, but that He may test some of you by means of others. As for those who were slain in the way of Allah, He will not let their works go worry. You understand what I mean? I mean, here it's spreading hate again. You know? I mean, here it's all about battle against faithfulness. I mean, against the Christian, the Indismus, the Buddhismus, because we don't believe in Islam. Buddhismus don't believe in Islam. Christians don't believe in Islam. Jews don't believe in Islam. And India don't believe. The religion of India don't believe in Islam. You know, so this is what that's why I want to expose Quran, because people, they are walking around there, they are saying Quran is very peaceful. The ones who are saying it's very peaceful because they don't read Quran. We read Quran now. We already read it now, and now we are going to the battle. Now we are going to the debate. You understand? We are going to the videos where now they are debating Muslim, because we have found here some strange verses which it doesn't fit in this world. You understand what I mean? I mean, here in this world we have to live together as brother and sister. But in the Muslim society, they are against all people, against humanity who are not Islam. Okay, so simple as that. I mean, we already read Quran here. I'm not the one who write Quran. This is Allah talking. It's not me talking. This is Allah saying, go and battle to the faithless. That's why you see how Muslim people, they behave with aggressive. Why? Because they read these things. They read these verses. That's why they are always aggressive. When you talk to them, they're always aggressive and all that, because they have that demonic inside them. That's why they are demonic possessed with this aggressive what they are reading Quran. Muslims are very aggressive because they know, you know, when you read to them their Quran, then they will sit down and think, you know, because when you tell Muslim that Islam is against all religion, which they are not Islam, they will never, they will say, no, you are lying. But we already read here, every capital, every verse in Quran. So don't say that we are lying here. Don't say that the Quran is, that I'm lying here. We already read the Quran, we already capital, and if you don't believe, you can go and stop the video and read the Quran. because most of Muslims don't read their Quran. So now we are going to the hottest battle. You understand what I mean? This is Christian Prince. Now, here, my friend, Christian Prince, I'm telling you, this man, he make all Muslims to become Christian. You understand? He make all sheikh, you know the teachers of Muslim, sheikh and imams. He make imams to become Christians. To live, I mean, these are teachers in the mosque. The imam is a teacher in the mosque. He knows more about Islam. I mean, he's a big person. Is people with knowledge. You understand? So I'm gonna show you how those people with knowledge they become Christians. People of knowledge from where? No knowledge there, man. When the Imam meet Christian Prince, my friend, he will leave. Christian Prince will make him in pieces. So we're going to hear some videos here. A hot debate between Christian Prince and Pharaohs. So let's listen. This debate is going for 14 minutes. So today we're going to listen. We already read the Quran. Now it's all about videos.
This smooth.
Hello.
Yes, Farouz. How are you, Farouz? Farouz, by the way, let me introduce you to Farouz. Farouz is a scientist. He had many degrees in Islam. He speaks Arabic fluently.
So this guy, this Muslim, his name is Farouz. He's a scientist. He's a very intelligent Muslim teacher. You understand? So look what happened.
And he speaks more than 400 languages except Arabic, English, French, German, etc. But he is expert in the Quran. What do you want to tell us, Farouz? Go ahead.
Yeah, you showed got the words about endless private part. So can you show me where did you find it?
I bet you did not sleep since last night because of the Indus private part. I think you like the idea, aren't you? Farouz.
Yeah, show me where
I asked you yesterday.
Show me.
You asking the same question, and now the first thing you come to ask for is this. Are you dreaming about it? Are you dreaming about the Indus?
No, you're lying. You are lying. I never heard about this, and no one ever told about. So you're trying to make up. So I think you're lying. That is why I'm trying to ask.
All right. So if I show you the reference, what you would do?
How is it that you always find this bad stuff?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's start why an educated Pakistani Muslim lady. Okay. So let's start with the Pakistan lady. Let's start with ladies first. The Muslim, Why an educated Pakistan Muslim lady secretly calls Christian Prince. Okay. So let's start ladies first, This is gentlemen. Let's start with Muslim ladies. So this is why an educated Pakistani Muslim lady secretly called Christian Prince. Okay? So this lady, she's a Muslim, and now she's calling Christian Prince to debate Christian Prince. Okay? Today is about Islam.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello, Sandy. How are you?
Hi, Siti. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. So what do you like to share with us, Samia? You are a Muslim, right?
Yeah, I am a Muslim. Actually, sorry, I was inside, and for attending your call, I have to come out because my husband is in the home.
Why you don't let your husband join us on the conversation so we can have a good family conversation?
I know, but he doesn't know about you, and so he will be.
Okay, he will be upset. He will be upset if you speak to me.
I know he will be kind of upset because he wants to know. Then he will be upset. Oh, why I'm talking somebody who can tell me some truth about my religion,
Yeah. So what do you think about Islam?
And before I continue, I want to show you why Islam hates black man. Before I continue with this video, I want to show you I want to show you where Allah is saying that he hates a black people. So for those black Muslim outside there, you know, before I continue with videos, I have to show you with your eyes. This is Sahih Muslim. You understand? 12, the book of Zakat. You understand what I mean? So I have to show you where Allah is hating black man. Okay? So the most, let me show you here. We're going to read this blue here. The most hateful among the creation of Allah is one black man. You have seen here? Hate among one black man. You see here? Among one black man. You understand? Not a yellow man, not an Asian man, but the most hateful among the creation of Allah is one black man. As you read here. You understand what I mean? I'm going to paint it in blue so that people, they have to read it. You know? So, the most hateful among the creation of Allah is one black man. One of his hand is like the teeth of a goat. I mean, he's even calling... I mean, this Allah is even... I mean, he's even casting us. You know, so you already see it already here for those black Muslim, the most hateful among Allah creation. You know, Allah, he created the world, the animals, the universe, the sun, the stars, and all that. But the most what he hates is one black man, and he created that black man. I don't know why he creates something you're gonna hate. I mean, how silly how dumb is this Allah? I mean, you hate that black and you're the one who created it. This shows already how Islam is so stupid. It's so silly, you know. I mean, even the God is, I mean, you create something which you're going to hate it. I mean, this is so silly. But let's continue with the conversation here with the Muslim woman, yeah?
Samuel, because I saw your text many times in the chat. It looked like you like what I'm doing.
Oh, of course, I love what you are doing, and so many things that I never know about my religion, and I come to know from you, and then I search on my own, and I was so surprised, especially with that hadith that said that, you have to do sins, otherwise Allah will remove us and bring other people who will do the thing, and then who will repent.
Exactly.
And then he will... So actually, I shared, I'm basically from Pakistan and I'm here in USA from 3.5 years.
Yeah, don't give too much personal information about yourself.
Okay. And then I shared this hadith to some of my family who know more than me, Islam. And they twist and turn. Oh, it doesn't mean that you have to do a sin. It's just God wants you to, telling you not to do a sin. So I said, then what is the purpose of telling us that if you will not do the sin, then he will remove us and he will bring some other people to worship and do sins. And so what is the point? No, it's not like that. It's just God is telling that, no, you don't need to you will not do the sin. But if you do, he'll forgive because he's so merciful.
Well, what does the merciful have to do with this? You know, if Allah is going to bring, he is going to punish us, delete us from this earth, just because we did not commit sin. Where is love in that? You know, he should be loving us, not hating us, because we did what we're supposed not to do. But according to Islam, obviously, Allah is a lonely, sick person. He wants people to beg him for forgiveness, and if you are not making sin, then you will not beg for forgiveness. It's like somebody, you know. Let us say once there's a person I know. He have a rich family, but his family they will give him, like, he have to go and beg for money. So they can give him money, you know. And then I asked him, why your family don't like support you to open like a business or a store or something, instead of going and ask them for help from time to time. Just one time investment and your life can be fixed. He said, you don't understand. They want me to go there so I can beg for it. They will give him the money, but enough just for now. So tomorrow he will come back again and beg for more money. So this God is a sick God. He don't want people who commit no sin. He wants people who commit sin. Why? Because they are begging for forgiveness.
You know, before that we heard, we listened, you know, in Ramadan, it's all Torah, Quran, the teachers there who explain and all that. But another point came into my mind. Some questions I had, especially of Surah Kahf, where they asked Muhammad about the questions, about 3 questions, and that he has to answer, but he couldn't answer of the one question about the ruh. And the other questions that he answered was actually already exist, like everybody knows about the 7 sleepers and about Zulkarnain. So what was the point of giving that answers again to the people who already knew that? And
but you did not give the correct answer anyway. I mean, about Zulkarnain, he took a story written by an Assyrian author about a guy, he have 2 horns. I mean, Zulkarnain, he became, I mean, who is this Zulkarnain? Have you ever heard of a guy, his name is the guy with the 2 horns? Is he a man?
I didn't know about it before when I heard Robert Christian.
The guy with 2 horns. I mean, Islam is so silly. When you hear these things, you laugh.
In my mind from a long time, and no Muslim will answer this question. And some of the teachers that I know, if I'll ask some questions, they said it doesn't matter because you're not doing that in your life.
Yeah.
So
everything is religion is wrong. Now, I want to ask you as a lady, as a married woman. How, you know, like when you see the Quran speaking about if a man he wished to exchange his wife with other wife, what do you feel about that?
I don't like this point, and the husband is like so happy and so okay to know. No, look, I have a permission. You don't have a permission. I have a permission. So I said, okay, but this hurts. I will never in my life, if I'm in your life as your wife, I'll never allow another woman to come in your life. But he says, but you will not allow, but Allah allow us.
Right. So you are, you know, you cannot allow anything anyway. He just will throw you and he exchange it. And actually, you don't even need to divorce you. He can have 2nd one and 3rd one and 4th one. And when one of you get older, the oldest one, he throw her away and he gets the brand new wife. So women in Islam is nothing but a property. So how you think about your marriage now in the future then? Because as long as your husband is saying Allah allow it, so maybe he is thinking to exchange you sooner or later.
He's a nice person. He loves me.
He's a nice person. Okay, I'm not going to go there then. All right. I hope so. I hope he will not turn to be a true Muslim and decide to further Quran. Let us hope so. But Islam is religion. It's allowing that and giving permission for the man to replace the wife as if she is an old car. You know, very horrible. So Samuel, after saying what you are saying, did you decide to leave Islam or not yet?
Not yet. I'm not at the point, Bill, but yes, I'm searching a lot. And I'm discussing a lot with my husband also, especially Muhammad married to Hazrat Aisha and all that things. And so he's also curious. And then, you know, it feeds in our mind that you don't need to do a question. It was Allah's will that happened, and that just happened. You have to just believe and obey. You don't need to ask questions. It's like that. So
when you read here, but if you intend to replace a wife by another and you have given one of them a counter of gold, a great amount as ma, take not the least bit of it. I mean, here in Islam, you can exchange, you can replace your wife. I mean, how silly is this religion, man?
Even if we don't ask questions. When the Quran, like the Quran says in chapter 5, verse 101, ask no questions. Verse 102 says, because former generation, they asked the same questions and they lost their faith. So Muhammad, he knew that people, if they ask questions, he have no answers, and if he give answers, the answers will be horrible, and people will lose their faith. So Muhammad, he knew that he is not convincing, his religion is not convincing, so we forbid people from asking questions. But let us say, for the sake of argument, I did not ask the questions, but other people asking the questions. And when those questions hit, I forbid myself from asking the questions, but still I hear the questions. So is that healthy to run away from the questions by ignoring them or by refuting them? So the Muslims these days, they try to refute us, and each time they try, it comes a very horrible way. Allah have hands. The Muslim in the debate, he says, who said so? But other Muslims in YouTube, all of them, they are saying Allah have hands, Allah have feet. So the Muslims, in order to refute the questions, they go in denial mode, but they don't really refute. They do mockery of a person who's asking the questions, hoping by doing mockery he will retreat, and we are going to bully you. You know, the bullying culture. We bully the person, and then the person, he give up, he stop asking those questions. But those questions are always going to exist, and nobody can stop them. You mentioned the ruh. When a prophet of God, people ask him about the spirit, and then supposedly he received the answer from his God. And then the answer, Allah knows best. What kind of answer this answer? Remember, we are asking the one who is connected now, and he is receiving revelation from God. We are not asking a scholar or etc. so to avoid to say, maybe I don't know. I'm afraid to give.
So here, and they ask of you, O Muhammad, so concerning the ruh, the spirit. Say the truth, say the ruh, the spirit. It is one of the things, the knowledge of which is only with my Lord, and of knowledge, O you, mankind, have been given only a little. So here, somebody is asking Muhammad, what is spirit?
The wrong answer. But this is
Look the answer what is given this Prophet Muhammad. I mean, it's so silly. I don't understand these people.
You would ask a question, or to answer that question, saying what? Say that the ruh is from the command of my God. Well, we know that the command from your God is what we are asking you.
This is dumb, you know. This is, I swear, this is all stupid and they're silly, man. Really, it's so silly. I really don't understand why they're still Muslims. Why are you still reading Quran? This is silly what you're reading here.
And Allah is in charge of that spirit, so we're asking you, what is the spirit anyway? We are not asking who is in charge of it. We're asking, what is the spirit? When you say spirit, what is that? You cannot. Yeah, go ahead.
Contradiction about the Quran, says about Injil and Torah, that these are the books from me, and if you have any kind of doubts in Quran, you can go and look at these books. And other side, it's saying not to believe because it changes. And yeah, these questions also come in my mind. If the Quran is Allah's book, and if the Torah and Injil is also Allah's book, so why Allah restricted to me one book? Why not the other books too? It is all God's word. Like a lot of.
You see, the Muslims, they answer this question just to show you how silly their answers is. Like I say to them, okay, the Quran, chapter 10, verse number 94. It says, if you, Muhammad, have a doubt about what is revealed to you, go and ask the people who they have the books before you, the Christians and the Jews. The Muslims, they say, Christian friends, are you stupid? Don't you see it says if? If? Actually, this if here make it more horrible. Why? Because this is God. Don't he knew if he have it or not? I can say, me as a human, because I don't know what is inside your heart, I say to Samia now, if you don't like Islam, leave it. Because I don't know if she like Islam or not. If. Right? But this is God. So when God, he says, if you have a doubt, so do Allah knew that Muhammad have a doubt about Islam or not? And if he don't have a doubt, so why he's saying to him, if you have a doubt, that means Allah is being stupid here. Allah is confused. If Muhammad never have a doubt about Islam, and then Allah, he said to him, if you have a doubt, go and ask the Christians. So this if is a stupid, because the guy, he don't have it according to Muslims. So do he have it or not? So either he have it, and Allah trying to help him says, go and ask the Christian and the Jews, or he don't have it, and then Allah is stupid because he is saying to him, make an assumption that you have it, and he don't. But here by saying if, that's mean the God himself, he do not know if Muhammad have such a thing or not. Same time, regardless if Muhammad he have it or not, how the Christian and the Jews, their books is corrupt according to Muslims, and then the stupid Allah, he says to the Muhammad, go and ask those who have corrupt book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine I say to a Christian, if you don't believe that Jesus is God, go and ask Jehovah's Witnesses. But Jehovah's Witnesses are not the Christians. They have a corrupt translation for the Bible. Or I say, if you don't believe in Jesus, go and ask the Mormon. But the Mormon are not the Christians. The book of the Mormon has nothing to do with us. So when you say, if you have a doubt, go and ask the one who read the Torah and the one who read the Gospel in the time of Muhammad, which is the same as the one we have now. That's mean that Muhammad, he cannot have a stand of his own religion without us, Christians and Jews, approval. And neither the Jews, neither the Christians approve Muhammad. Muhammad, he says, if only 10 Jews believe in me, the Jews will believe. So Muhammad, he failed to make 10 Jewish people believe in him. Imagine how horrible it was. Muhammad is. He could not make 10 Jews.
God bless some of my friends. Actually, they asked questions and all that. And like I was surprised and I was quiet because I started thinking, yes, the questions they're asking is right. And I started being more into Islam, more into Quran, and then more into Bible and Torah. Trying, I'm not that much in there, but trying. But the more I'm digging in, more it's getting confused and the questions and answers are going against it now. Watching a Saudi Dr. J, where I got to know there is no history, like I'm confused with Abraham. And the main difference between Bible and Quran is about, in Bible it's written that Abraham go and try to sacrifice Isaac, not Ishmael. But the Quran says Ishmael. If this base is wrong and false, somewhere then that means Islam doesn't exist.
Yeah. Well, I hope, Samia, if you have any question for me, please tell me. I will be happy to help you. Otherwise, we will see if I can take another call. And if you like your husband to call me, I will be happy to take him too. Do you have any questions?
About confusion. Anyways, well, it's nice to talk to you. Maybe I'll come some question at another time where I will be ready.
All right. I advise you. You see, Islam is not only religion, does not make sense. It's not even a religion. Islam is a collection of stupid things. Muhammad, he have no religion. Muhammad, he saw the Jews fasting, he took the Jews fasting. He saw the pagan fasting, he took the pagan fasting. He saw the abolition of the pagan Sabian, he started doing abolition like that. He saw the Arab pagan kissing the black stone, he started kissing the black stone. They saw the Arab going around the Kaaba, he said the Kaaba is a station, and then he ignored the Kaaba for many years, and he started praying toward Jerusalem. And then when he could not get Jerusalem, Umar al-Khattab, he said to him, why we don't go back and praying toward the Kaaba? So why you deny the Kaaba in your time if the Kaaba is the most important house for Allah? I mean, what's wrong with this guy? So he was trying to convince the Jews that he is a Jew. Muhammad is a fraud. With the Christian, he is a Christian. With the Jews, he's a Jew. With the Sabian, he's a Sabian. With the Arab, he's a pagan like that. So this guy is like Obama going for election. With the atheist, he make fun of the Bible. With the Jews, he wear a hat and he go pray in front of the temple. With the Christian, he hold the Bible and he read verses. And with the gays and lesbian, he is he support them. So Muhammad is not a person who can stand for anything because he have no stand. He was just desperate trying to make people believe in him. And this is why he promised even the Sabian who worship stars that they will go to heaven. I mean, what is the connection between the Sabian and the Jews and the Christian and the Muslims? If you go to the book of the Sabian, you will see that the Sabian, they say in their book, they have a book, it's called Kanz Rabbah, which means the treasure of the God. It says that the Jews, their God Adonai, is the Satan, for he ordered the Jews to do circumcision. So how those who believe that the God of the Jews is Satan for doing circumcision, and the Muslims, they follow Muhammad trying to copy the Jews, and he do order his follower to do circumcision. So how he made the Sabian go to heaven when they believe in different God, obviously? Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And here's and please I ask everybody out there, pray for me and pray also.
Sure. We will pray for you, sister, and we hope soon you will come to Jesus and you will see the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Take care.
So as we see here, and we have here an
Wenn du online verkaufen willst, gilt es aufzufallen. Und das um jeden Preis. Geh auf
wait a minute. There's one video here I was wanted to see. A Moroccan woman who just leave Islam. This one here. So we have this one here.
Hello?
Yes?
Do you hear me?
I do hear you. Go ahead.
Finally, I've been waiting so long for this moment, but okay.
It's all right.
Well, I have some questions.
All right. Are you a Muslim?
Yes,
All right.
actually yes. But I'm struggling. I just want to know the truth. I have some questions.
All right.
So there's in the Quran there's the science, and they tell about the iron that they sent it from above. So I don't know if you can explain me this, but I cannot find it anywhere on the internet. We only see about Muslims who saying yes, in the Quran it's like from above.
Yeah, I know that. I can find it for you. No problem. Give me a second, and we will show you how this is nothing but a big fat lie.
Yes.
Give me a second, please. I will find you the reference. So you think this is truthful, or what do you think?
So wait a minute, I have
Some
to.
things I think are truthful, but they say they never changed the Quran, so I don't know about that.
So let's see this. How Muslim they left Islam. We're gonna go 4 minutes videos. So here he's speaking with the sheikh, a Filipino sheikh.
Our planet has changed so much for the last 10 years. Today, with the help of the internet,
Give me your show. Show me your face.
why?
Show me your face. Give me your name.
Chris,
Huh?
you don't want
You
to.
see, you want to be known by people. That's why you want to debate me. And you accuse me of a lot of bad things. If you're a Christian, if you're a good Christian, you will not be like this. You accuse me a lot of things. I'm not doing this for money, my friend. How come you accuse me of everything?
Nobody accusing you nothing. You want to debate?
No, you accuse me. I read. Someone sent me your message.
So there's a lot.
Why didn't you answer? Why didn't you answer?
How can
Okay, here you don't debate. We have here now here we have somebody, a Muslim guy left Islam, become Christian.
My friend, how you can be the good example of anything if your prophet is the worst example of mankind? With my respect to you, I'm not trying to insult you, but I'm saying to you what I believe.
You're not insulting me.
Yeah. So how you, if I am a Muslim and you are a Muslim, how Islam can be the best example for us if the prophet himself is a rapist? Imagine if the best example for us, he married children. Do you like to marry children, Adam? Do you like to marry children?
No.
Do you like to have a wife? She is 6 years old. Okay, what is the best example on that? What Muhammad is teaching us. When he is 54 years old, marrying a child, she is 6 years old.
He's not really teaching us anything, to be honest with you.
No, he's teaching us. He's teaching us faith. He's teaching us to be perverted people. He's teaching us not to be right. And remember, when I say things, I don't mean to insult. Please, don't think I'm insulting. Okay. Imagine a guy at the age of 54 come to ask for your sister and she is 6 years old. What you would do to him?
I'm really cool.
So how do you accept Muhammad to be a prophet? Now, you as a Muslim, me as a Christian, we spoke to God already. And you have the opportunity for somebody who is a Christian to clear things out to you. So now you are perfect excuse to say, oh, nobody told me.
That's true.
So there is no way to say, we are talking about you for the last half hour or more, and you agree with me in many points. So based on the agreement, we agree, we share the ground in many things together. So shouldn't we make a decision based on what we got? If you got the idea that Muhammad cannot be a prophet of God, he do evil stuff, it's obvious everything he stands for is false. Imagine I want to speak to you about morality, but I don't have it. I'll give you a speech about morality, but me myself, I don't have it. The one who don't have it, he cannot give it. In order for me to speak to you about holiness, I have to be holy myself.
Yes.
In order to speak to you, give you a lecture about honor, I have to be a person of honor. Muhammad is not a person of honor. Do you know the story of Muhammad going to his own son and he flirted with his wife?
No.
Imagine my dad come to my house when I am not there and then he flirts with my wife. What kind of a father this father is? You know what I mean? So Muhammad, to be a person who want to teach me about God, shouldn't he first ask himself how to teach himself a small good manner, that if you go to your son's house, you should not do this? Not only a son, let us say I am a person who claims to be Christian, then I go to your house and I flirt with your wife with my respect to her. What kind of a Christian I am? I invite you right now to denounce Islam, to reject Islam, and if you have a question for me about Christianity more, I will be happy to
So
answer.
as you hear here, Muhammad, he flirted with the wife of his son. What kind of fault build, what kind of manner is that as a father? How can a father float, and he's a prophet, how can a prophet float with the wife of his son? I mean, what kind of prophet is that? This is Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad. Today we're going to expose Islam.
So you, my friend, I will be happy to hear from a smart person like you, who is born of a Muslim family, to accept that Muhammad no way can be a prophet, and that it will be the good start for you to be a new person, and then we can search. Maybe the Messiah is true, maybe he's not. Still you have to make a decision. But you just admitted and you just agree that Muhammad can't be a prophet. You did not say it clearly, but you did say that. You said that already. I don't know if you saw the hadith I was showing you, that your prophet, he said that when you go to heaven, Allah will make your penis will never sleep.
When you go to heaven. I mean, what type of bullshit we are listening here, man? Eh? When you go to heaven, your
Hadith in front of you on screen, my friend.
In hadith, okay, there is no one whom Allah will admit to paradise, but Allah will marry him. Allah will marry him to 72 wives. Okay, so this is what explaining how Muslim will be in paradise. Okay, so they will have 72 wives, two from Horus, and 7 70 from his inheritance from the people of hell, all of whom will have discernible front passages, and he will have a male member that never become flaccid, a soft and a lip.
I don't, but I'm following you.
Okay, it says, Muhammad taken an oath saying, there is no one whom Allah admit to paradise, but Allah will marry him to 72 wives, 2 from the houris and 70 from the inheritance from the people of hell, all of whom have desirable front passages, which means Allah even describing for us that those women are specially imported from hell. Do you know what does that mean? Why does, like, what do you think about why those women Allah will take them from hell? Why they are coming from hell?
Yeah, why those women are coming from hell? I mean, you're going to paradise and you get women from hell. I mean, what stupid religion is this, man?
Because they're the dirtiest.
Because they are what?
The dirtiest.
Because they are hookers. They are expert. They are expert in sex. So Allah will choose for you from the warehouse of hell the best of the hookers who they are very good.
So Allah will choose when you as Muslim go to heaven. Allah will choose 2 best women from hell who knows about sex. I mean, when you hear something like this, I mean, you will leave Islam probably. Really, this is not from God. This is not paradise. In paradise, you cannot bring women from hell to have sex in paradise. I mean, what stupid religion is this?
And he will have a male member which will never become flaccid, i.e. soft limb. How this can be a prophet of God speaking to me about heaven of God, saying to me, don't worry, be happy, Allah will provide you with penis, will never go sleep because it's made from concrete. And the women, Allah will go to the warehouse of hell and he will import for you the best women in sex from hellfire. You know?
The best women from sex in hellfire. I mean, come on, man, this is not...
This is not for you. You are smarter than this. You are honorable man.
If you are smart Muslim, you leave Islam. Really.
So where do I belong?
Do you want to belong to Muhammad after what you heard?
Yeah, but I can't say to you them words and then go to my community and pretend that I never said it.
We'll say it. You want to go to the community, you say to them, you want to be a hypocrite?
I don't want to be a hypocrite either.
So? You are worried about the community, but you are not worried about your honor. You wanna fool yourself, say that. So you are saying to me, okay, I agree with you. Muhammad is a false prophet. Obviously, this is devilish. Cannot be from God. But because I have a community and I have to make them happy with me, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
But that means I accept, with my respect to you, to be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So now you believe that Muhammad is not a prophet, but yet you want to say to them, Muhammad is a prophet. That's because you don't want to make them themselves. But that, you will respect yourself. It's up to you, So denounce Muhammad, say be a man, and I'm sure you are the man. Denounce him and say, Muhammad can't be a prophet. There's no way I'm going to follow such a man.
Okay. Muhammad can nobody appreciate. I accept that, yeah.
I mean to that, wonderful. I'm so happy for you, my friend Muhammad, or Adam, sorry. And, I'm happy for you that you make a decision. I want you to step back and think about what is next. What is the best to follow? Maybe nothing is best to follow. Maybe stay an atheist. Or maybe the Messiah. There is no name like him, and no name better than him. He never say false, he never speak sin, he never do sin. The one who is above the heaven and the earth, the one who did miracles, which is amazing. The one who says something nobody can say, love your enemy. So I am inviting you right now to accept my Lord, the Messiah, to be your Savior. I'm not forcing you to accept it, because in Christianity, you have to be reborn again. There's nothing that's called born of a Christian family. We don't believe in that. You have to be reborn again with the Christ, which means you have to make a decision of your own. That I am Adam, who was a Muslim, and now I denounce the devil. I want to accept the Messiah as my Savior, as my personal God. That is a personal choice you make, not something you inherit. We are not Muslim, we don't believe in that. So
I mean, how stupid is this?
I invite you right now, I have the honor
You going to heaven
to present
and
you
Allah
the best name
in hadith, and Allah will search you two beautiful women in hell. He will go to the house of hell and take two women who are special good in sex. I mean, when you hear something like this, and you and you are in paradise, huh? You are in paradise and you will get two women from hell, from the house of hell. I mean, this is so stupid. What kind of heaven is that? What kind of paradise is that for Muslims?
There is a happiness in the kingdom of God.
How can in paradise you bring two women in the house of hell to a man? I mean, what stupid is this?
Killing people just to please his God. Our God said that the happiness will be in the heaven of God just because you, Adam, now, you accept him. So my friend Adam...
So, I mean, here, a man will get 72 wives, but what about a Muslim woman? Did you get also 72 men in paradise? I mean, this is so stupid. Only men will get 72 wives. And those two, they come from head of house. And they say, I mean, you are good Muslim, you pray 5 times a day, you go to paradise, you will get 72 wives. And those two from those 72, they will come from house of hell. They are special for
you today as my guest. I believe that the Lord, He sent you in my way, and the Lord, He sent me in your way. So me and you, we can witness for Him. And the Lord, the Messiah, He said, every two of you say my name, I will be the third.
So this Muslim, he just have conversation with Christian priest and he leave Islam because many Muslims, they don't know about this verse, you know. Okay, so we have more who went out. So we have here a Christian priest debate Abdul Dari Negara for Gambia. Okay, now African, those African Muslims, yeah.
It is. How I can help you?
What you are, about
what?
The challenge that you prepared, saying that Prophet Muhammad, if he's a prophet or not.
Okay.
This is what I wanted to talk about.
All right. What do you want to say to us? Are you a Muslim yourself?
Yeah, I can say.
Okay. So what do you like to say? Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so why you don't believe that he is a prophet?
Well, help me. I don't believe that because I believe he's lying. So give me a proof that he's not a liar.
Which lie?
Everything.
You know, sometimes when you say somebody, when you say somebody is a liar,
okay,
at least you should provide evidence that he's lying about something.
The Quran.
You can't just see that somebody is lying and then.
All right. Muhammad in the Quran says that Allah in the heaven, He will give us women with big boobs. Is that true?
So Allah is telling Muslims that in heaven they will give Allah will give Muslims in paradise women with big boobs. I hope Christian priest will show us this verse, this hadith.
How will you prove that he's wrong if you don't know about it?
No, it's not about how. You see, here we go. So you answer me saying how you can prove it's wrong. It's obviously it's wrong because there is no God who will provide us women with big boobs. This is stupid. God is not a pimp. Why?
Yeah, God, Allah is not a pimp. You know, Allah is playing pimp here. You know, I mean, it's like pimp in America. You know, I mean, you have women with big boobs, you know, in the coach and champagne and wine and jugs. I mean, this is not paradise, my friend. This is silly.
Why God, He seduced me?
You can have women here in the world with big boobs. Why you need to go to paradise to have a woman with big boobs? Oh.
God, He seduced me, saying, if you believe in me, I will give you women with big boobs.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Okay, now I am a prophet. I am going to promise you, I will give you a woman have 3 nipples. Are you okay with that? Here we go. I will beat Muhammad now. I am a prophet. So you are following a man. He's trying to tempt you. Satan, he tempt you by big boobs. Not God. What God? God, he promised you a heaven with boobs and a long private part. What kind of a prophet he promised you in this private part? So your wife, she is sleeping next to you in the bed, and your private part is in Mars. What you would do with that?
How do you say endless part? Where is written endless?
Your prophet, he says, كالنخلة السحوب, like an endless palm tree, كالنخلة السحوب.
No, I can't read Arabic. You need to show me.
It doesn't matter. Well, it's in Arabic. You can ask any Muslim who speak Arabic. What kind of a prophet he say that if a woman she have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. If a man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. This is just.
How stupid is that? If a woman, if a Muslim man, you know, in Hadith, you know, when you research Islam, you know already this is false, you know. So if a Muslim woman, she become orgasmus fast, the baby when she's pregnant, that baby will be a woman. When a man become orgasmus fast, that means the baby will be a man. How stupid is this? What type of teaching is this?
It's stupid. This is not scientific.
This is stupid, you know. So he's showing us, you know, he's showing us in the screen.
Yeah, it's stupid because women.
So here, you know, it was narrated that Anna said, you know, the messenger of Allah said, the man's water is thick and white, and the woman's water is thin and yellow. Whichever of them comes first, the child will resemble.
Women orgasm have nothing to do. Women orgasm have nothing to do with the baby look. Who have orgasm first, my friend, have nothing to do with the baby look. So when your prophet he says such a thing, he's making a prophecy, claiming that he knew medicine and he knew biology, he knew the unseen, and he claiming that he have knowledge nobody have.
Don't go there. Let's come first, you know, where you said about this, you know, women in Jannah. Then we talk about this first.
Okay, no problem.
So how do you know that? How do you know that this is not true?
Very simple logic. Because if God is God, and He want to reward me for being a decent, He will give me a decent reward. This is not a decent reward. This is a reward of somebody is horribly have a very bad ethic, trying to. What if I come to your house, I knock at your door and say, hey, I have big boobs waiting for you in the truck if you join us. Is that an ethical?
But why human being needed? Why?
Because it's not ethical. It's not ethical. You see, God is about ethic, teaching you how to be good, to be nice, and this is disrespect your mother and my mother. Women are not sex toys. They are not made for boobs. This is not the purpose of creating women. So what you are saying to me
I don't believe they are.
But as you see, your God, He summarized the existence of women with their boobs. You see, He's not saying to you, I will promise you a decent woman, she love you. Do you see the word love? No. Do you see that you will have a romantic relationship? No. All what He is talking about are big boobs.
Yeah, this is stupid. You know, God, you have to be decent. You have to show Muslim to be decent, to be gentlemen, to have a, you know. But here, you know, Allah is telling Muslim, when you come to paradise, I will give you 72 women, you know, and with big boobs. I mean, what kind of decent and respect is that? You know, Allah even don't respect women. It's like, you know, women, they're like toys, you know, just to have big boobs and 72 women and, you know, to have fun with those women. I mean, this is even respectful. It's not respecting women, the Allah of Quran. What kind of decent and gentleman God is that? You know?
So you don't like.
What do you mean I don't like? I'm asking you.
This is stupid, you know?
God, He promised me.
Muslims, they have a stupid God. You understand? A stupid and not respecting women.
Now. So in Christianity, because you claim to be a Christian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yeah, I'm
Is it
Christian.
true?
Yeah, I'm
You're a
Christian.
Christian.
I'm Christian, yeah.
Okay. So what is your God is promising you for, how to call it?
Jesus said in the heaven, he said, he and she, they will not get married, they will be the same as angels. So in the
So
heaven
you know,
of God,
yes, in the Christian, when they go to paradise, they will have the body of angel. An angel don't marry, don't have children, because when you this human body, it have to marry. This human body, we as humans, we have to marry, we have to make children. You know what I mean? But angels, they don't have that. Angels, they don't have a human body. A human body is always hungry. It's always thirsty. You have to drink water. You have to eat. Why? Because it's hungry. The body always come hungry. But an angel, he don't come hungry. He don't have thirst. You understand? He don't have lust. He don't have this this I want sex. Only human being body, it have that. You know, so we as Christian, when we go to heaven, we don't have a human body. We will be like angels. You know, there will be no marrying, there will be no sex. Why? Because having sex is human body. It have that a human body, it needs sex. But angel, when you go in paradise, you'll be like angels. You don't have that will of having sex, will of eating, will of drinking water. No, in Quran. You go there, it's like you going like a human body in heaven. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You going in heaven with this thing which you are in the world. When you are in the world, you have to have women. You understand? You have to have this feeling of having sex. You understand? In this planet, you know. But in heaven, it's not same like planet. You understand what I mean? Heaven is somewhere is different than this planet, this material world. Planet is a material world, is a matter, you know. So when you are here, you have to have this feeling of eating, of drinking. You have to have thirst. This is feelings. You know, the human body is like that. You have to eat, you have to drink, you have to have love, you know, you have to have sex, because the feeling in the body is making you to feel to have sex. But you know, in paradise, of our Christian paradise, you go there, all these feelings, you leave it in the world. When you die, your body die, you leave it, all those in the grave, you know, because when you go in heaven, you have another body. You are another person. You are not same like the human body in the earth, you know. So this is, you have to teach this Muslim this, that's to know that they are going in hell, where they have 72 women with sex and wine and alcohol, you know. They don't have to drink alcohol in the you see, Muslim, they don't drink alcohol, they don't drink wine in the planet, but they will go and drink alcohol in paradise. I mean, it doesn't make sense, this paradise. When God is good, then in paradise also don't drink alcohol. You understand? Yeah. And don't have 72 women. I mean, this is stupid, you know. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
We will be holy as angels, and we will be free from our needs. So Jesus, he free us from the slavery of sex and food and all kind of needs. In Islam, hold on, you asked me, let me answer you. In Christianity, Jesus is freeing you from all kind of needs, including sexuality, because now you will be the same as angels, meaning you do not need, because sex is a need, food is a need, to stay warm is a need, to sleep is a need. So Jesus, he free you from the needs. You are free. You are living like a king. You are living like as if you are almost God, because you are free from all needs. You do not need anything, but you are happy, and this is a real happiness. You will be holy, and this is really a blessing. But you in heaven.
You are saying that I will be happy.
But you in heaven. But you see, but having a woman with big boobs, that will not make you happy, and I will tell you why. Because that will make her look like a cow, because your God, he is promising you in extreme size. As an example, your prophet, he said that your wife butt will be 1 mile.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't believe it.
What do you mean you believe it? Are you saying your prophet is a liar? Are you saying your prophet? Are you saying your prophet is a liar when he said that your wife in heaven, her ass is 1 mile?
You didn't.
Huh?
You didn't show me any evidence, so
evidence. Okay, well, let me give you the hadith. Hold on. What evidence? I never say something without evidence.
You mean it from the Quran? From the Quran?
Huh?
From the Quran? From the Quran?
So you believe only in the Quran now? What
Yes.
So you are saying that your prophet's statements are not to be considered? He's a liar?
No, as it is, because we have a lot of hadiths who saying this and this, so we don't know which one even is true. Because anybody can make his own
so why you
statement
Muslims?
and say,
Why
this
you
is
why?
sahih, this is
Okay.
this and this.
So why you Muslims follow the hadith if the hadith is a bunch of garbage? Suddenly now the hadith is bad. Suddenly, I want only Quran. Okay, I will do the same to you. Can you show me from the Quran? Okay, hold on. Can you show me from the Quran one thing Muhammad he said in the Quran it makes sense? Like I heard that you Muslims say the Quran is a book of science, full of science. Can you show me something like that?
No, I didn't study about science, but I can show you something that is not
Okay.
there. Because you cannot say that everything that is inside there is wrong. Sometimes, as you know, I was listening to you since long time now.
Okay.
I think almost 3 years since I started listening to you.
Okay.
But there is some certain things we can see because I follow different people and I was studying this. So sometimes you can see that he has, like, there is some things that is similar to the how to call it, to the Bible, because where it says, like, prayer is good, isn't it? Fasting is good. Giving, helping other people is good.
Pray to who? Pray to who?
Sorry?
Pray to who? And giving charity by what? By stealing the money of those who have it and giving it to the Muslims. This is not charity. You're a prophet. You're a prophet. Okay, hold on. Did your prophet says attack the Christians and the Jews and force them to pay you jizya so they can survive and live? Did he force us to pay money or we die?
What?
Did your prophet say the Christians should be either killed or pay? Either killed or pay.
Yeah, I read that. I read that surah.
Okay, chapter 9, verse number 29.
Yeah, I read already.
Pay or die.
Yeah, your prophet Muhammad, he said you pay, fight the Christian, they pay Jesus, they pay or they die.
Those who believe not in Allah and on the last day, from who? From the Christians and the Jews. Until what? Until they pay jizya with willing and submission and feel themselves subdued. So
Today we're going to expose Islam.
Muslims will not kill you if you pay them.
So Muslims, they will never kill you if you pay them. This is like mafia, you know. Muhammad was a mafia. He was not a prophet.
Okay. Fight those who believe not in Allah nor the last day, nor hold that forbidden which have been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger, in acknowledging the religion of truth, even they are of the people of the book, until they pay it, with willing submission.
So what do we do now? What kind of a prophet? Your prophet looked like Mahatma Gandhi here. He's so peaceful, man. He's saying, if you don't pay me, I will kill you. Sound very nice.
Your prophet is very peaceful. He say if you don't pay him, he will kill you. That is very, very peaceful.
This one is ugly.
Do you want to say?
Islam very, very peaceful.
We will leave this one. Guys, this one is ugly. You leave this one. Okay, what else?
So do you want to say that paying zakat is not good?
What means zakat? You steal our money and you pay zakat. This is our money. So now I go, I put a gun in your head and I take your money.
People are not stealing. Nobody is stealing your money as it is. Now we are working hard to earn money. Then we.
No. I'm talking about your prophet. I'm not talking about you. Don't make it about you. I'm not talking about you. Who are you? You are no one. I'm talking about the Quran. You said to me, Quran, this is the order of your God. If you are a true Muslim, you should do invasion to the Christian, kill them or they pay. This is the Quran. I'm not talking about you. Who are you? I don't know who you are. You are not a prophet. You are not God. You are no one. So this is what your prophet is saying. Do you agree with him or not?
So can you give it to me anything that can prove that Islam is false.
Oh,
Yeah, like what do you want? What do you want? From which field?
No, anything. Bring anything.
Here we go. The one in front of you
Okay,
is proving
so
Islam is false.
you see, I think I didn't study this very, very hard.
Okay, let me ask you.
What I want to
You
do,
see the
I will bring my sheikh.
you see the verse
No,
before
wait,
it? You see the verse
Bring
before?
my
Okay, let me
imam.
hold on.
Then I call you.
If somebody says to you that you are not clean, you are dirty, just because you are not from his religion, is that right?
Sorry?
If somebody says to you, like once a Muslim he says to me that I am not married to a Christian woman because the Christian women they have the Christian women they have AIDS and they are dirty. So, and I said, well, Muslim women they have more AIDS because they have multiple partners. You know, that's why the AIDS is spread between Muslims way more. So I'm asking you now, is it right to say that there is a group of people they are dirty just because they are Muslim? Anyone is not a Muslim.
You study this subject.
Listen carefully.
No, the
Let
thing
me
is,
finish my topic and you
you study
answer.
the subject more
Let
than
me
me.
finish my.
So what we will do?
Did you ask me to give you a proof? Did you ask me to give you a proof or not? So while you are talking, let me finish. What kind of a Quran says that those who they are not Muslims are filthy and clean? They are najis. What kind of a book says that? Do you believe that a Hindu person is najis? Is filthy? Just because he's not Muslim like you?
I did it. Yes. No, as I tell you, what we do, I call my sheikh, then I call you, and you chat together.
Oh, okay.
It's okay for you?
Sure. Tell your sheikh hello. Tell him Christian friends say hello. Yeah. Sure.
Yes, I'm calling from the Gambia now.
From Gambia?
West Africa, Gambia.
Oh, okay, from Gambia. Welcome, my
That's
friend.
good.
I like African people, yeah. But you see,
Yes.
your Islam is a stupid cult, my friend. There is no God he promised those promises. Women with big boobs, it's a shame. Your mother is not a big boob. Your mother is a mother. She is a woman. She is respected. She is a human. So your God, he summarized women as a sex toys. He made them nothing but a private part and boobs. So call your sheikh and let him... Why you don't ask your sheikh to call me and debate me?
Hello?
Why you don't ask your sheikh to dare to call me?
Hello?
Is he afraid, your sheikh? Is he afraid to call me?
Actually, he's not here. Actually, he just went out. I was thinking that I can find.
so as you see here, so we have also here a Muslim woman.
Do you hear me?
I do hear you. Go ahead.
Finally, I've been waiting so long for this moment, but okay.
Okay. I think this we already listened. Muslim man leaves Islam and accept Lord. Okay, so let's listen this.
There is some stuff Muslims get it wrong. As an example, Muhammad did not know how to write or to read. I agree with that. But still I have to go with it because Muslims, they believe in that. So I don't really, as long as they believe in it, it's not a problem. But from what I learned from you, that you don't believe in this garbage anymore. So why you don't say I'm out? Just say it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to hold you responsible for my soul goes to hell. I'm out of this, alright?
Thank you very much. Hallelujah. Thank you very much. He is out of this garbage. I'm really happy for you. You don't fit there. You are not. You cannot be.
But you remember my word. I'm going to hold you responsible for my soul, alright?
You are responsible, and I am responsible.
You see now here, a Muslim man
Don't
leave.
worry. I said to you, do you know how
A
many
Muslim
people
man
I
leaves Islam
leave Islam every month?
by Christian
So
prince.
I am responsible. I don't fear
A
anyone
Muslim man
for
leaves
doing this.
Islam.
Today I just did
Because
good
it's really
by
garbage.
helping you
Many
to go
Muslims
out.
they live
I
in
don't-
Islam
I have
because
no fear for
when they
what
found
I-
out what is
what
written
I
in
do.
Quran, when there is such
my friend, me as a
when
Christian,
there is
you know,
such a
I'm
deed
Christian
with
friend,
so and
right?
everything,
Yeah. Which
they
means
start
I am a
asking
Christian
themselves
person.
questions.
And I invite you right now to accept the Messiah as your.
Okay, this is one who lives Islam. Why this Muslim boy does not believe in Allah? Why do Muslims lie about Islam?
My soul, I fear for my soul. I do, seriously, I do. You don't know how it feels like, but everybody has.
There is no fear. I have no fear from the God of Islam. For a very simple reason. He is fake. He cannot be God. God is not stupid. He doesn't say stupid things. You know? The black stone is additional proof that Muhammad is nothing but a pagan. When Abu Bakr, he was speaking to somebody who he don't like because he is not being a Muslim. Abu Bakr, he said to him, "Imsus badr al-lat." You know what badr al-lat mean?
No.
Go and suck the clitoris of al-lat.
Yeah, I've heard about that, yeah.
Okay, so the black stone looked like a vagina and present the god of fertility. Al-lat have a badr, have a clitoris. So now go and suck it. You don't like us as Muslims? You don't like Muhammad? You don't like Allah? Okay, go and suck the clitoris of Allah.
So wait a minute, I'm searching something else.
When you read the Muslim translation, we don't see that, by the way, in English. I did not see it. There's nowhere in this hadith it says, go and suck the clitoris of Allah. Nowhere. I could not find it. In Arabic is something, in English is something else. So, this is a very cult religion. Have you ever heard of a religion teaching you that if you touch stones, they erase your sin?
So we're going to search science
I heard about that as well. That's why I was trying to get close to
in Islam.
myself as well. I mean, I was just...
So they're saying Quran is full of science.
Don't get me wrong.
Another amazing scientific mistake in Quran. Okay, listen now.
There is a better way to make money with Amazon than selling physical products. Introducing
welcome to a very, very important episode, because we are going to talk about a very important topic, which is the topic of embryology and comparing it with the Quranic discourse and scientific discourse.
Embryology means it's the study of the development of the human being, the early stage of the human being in the womb of the mother, for those who don't know.
the beginning of a human being. Yet in the Quran it's clearly described 1400 years ago.
Surah Hajj, chapter 22, verse number 5, and Surah Mu'minun, chapter number 23, verse number 13.
And certainly did we, God, Allah, create man from an extract of clay. Then we placed him as a watery bit of semen in a firm lodging. Then we made the watery part of the semen a creature that can attach.
So this is science in Islam. Let's see how many mistakes they are making in Quran with this science thing.
And we covered the bones with flesh. Then we developed him into another creation. So blessed is Allah, the best of creators.
This is just some crumbs.
And this is the Muslim translation. Remember, not my translation. I don't approve any Islamic translation, but yet we will use it. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ سُلَالَةٍ مِنْ طِينٍ ثُمَّ جَعَلْنَاهُ نُطْفَةً فِي قَرَارٍ مَكِينٍ ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين. Translation: Verily we created the man from a product with earth, then placed him in a drop as a drop of seed in safe lodging. Then we fashioned the drop into a clot, and then we fashioned the clot into a little loom. Then we fashioned the little loom into bones, and then the bones. Then we close the bones with the flesh, and we produce another creation. The Quran claims here that the sperm of the man, which is the drop of semen, will transform into a clot, and this is what he mentioned here. The word nutfa. The nutfa means.
Give us some information about the nutfa. It refers to sperm.
But by what they say, and this translation in front of us, they just to prove to us that Muhammad is a false prophet. Allah has created you from a sperm drop. The human being is not created from a drop of sperm. The human being is created from one sperm, not a drop. Because the woman egg will be fertilized by one semen, not by a drop. And this fluid is a semen. But the human being is not created from a drop of semen. The human being is created from the woman egg and the man sperm, and not a drop.
The sperm within the semen meets with the egg. The difference between semen and sperm is that the semen is what contains the sperm.
If we go in the Quran, we will find the following. And this is an obvious, clear mistake in the Quran. How Allah, He makes such a mistake in His God? That He created us from a sperm, and they made the sperm transform into a clot of a congealed blood. We made the sperm into a clot, not sperm and then a clot.
So what does the word alaqa actually mean?
It's a blood clot. Blood clot. That's an alaqa.
And the clot is what? Is made from a congealed blood, which means a dead blood.
Generally, it means that it's blood that is jammed, that is quite solidified. Yeah, a clot of blood that's generally translated.
And then we created the nutfa and we make it a clot. But the fact the Quran says, it says a clot which is a congealed blood.
We speak about embryology are in perfect conformity with latest advances of embryology.
You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
The sperm itself transformed into a clot, and there's no scientist believe in such a God.
We have created the human being from minute quantity of sperm, then made it into an alaqa, then made the alaqa into mudga.
Quran is quite unique in describing those stages because the bones are formed first and then the muscles.
According to the Quran, the embryo in the womb of his mother is being developed. We see that you have a lump of flesh, then you get the bones, so it becomes bones, so the flesh becomes bones. And then the bones are covered with flesh. Do you see it?
And then the congealed blood became a lump and then bones, and then we close the flesh by, the bones by flesh.
The human embryo, that in the 7th week the bones are formed, and immediately after that the flesh is formed, and the bones are closed as well.
So let us see if this is true, guys. Let us see if this is true, alright?
We speak about embryology are in perfect conformity with latest advances of embryology.
Crook! Wallah, you are crook. You are a crook.
Modern science explains that the mesoderm, right, you have a tissue, basically layers of tissue. The mesoderm is responsible, which is this stuff here that you see here. It's a tissue, right, which is responsible for forming tissue such as flesh and bones. So this layer, this part here, is responsible for forming tissue such as flesh and bones. This layer, so this mesoderm layer, develops the flesh and bones simultaneously.
The Holy Quran not only stated the specific sequence of events that can lead to embryo creation, but during embryonic development, the bones are formed first and then the flesh of muscles.
We speak about embryology are in perfect conformity with latest advances of embryology.
What? At the same time, flesh and bones are developed. So modern science destroys the Quranic claim. As we mentioned, one error destroys Quran, destroys Islam, cripples Islam, and proves that Muhammad is nothing but a fake prophet.
Surah Nahl, chapter number 16, verse 43, and Surah Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 7, which says, if you don't know, if you're in doubt, ask the person who's knowledgeable.
Right. And these are formed simultaneously with each other. Right. Simultaneously. Simultaneously.
So no, you don't get the bones first and then tissue, which is flesh that covers the bones. No. Bones and flesh are developed simultaneously when you have a baby. Muslims, the Quran is wrong about the embryology stages.
That during embryonic development, the bones are formed first and then the flesh of muscles.
What the hell is this? A'udhu billah.
All of the creation kind of happens, the creation of the hearing, etc., fashioning of the bones and clothing of the flesh. It all happens simultaneously.
In the 7th week the bones are formed, and immediately after that the flesh is formed.
It all happens simultaneously.
If you have a Muslim parent, a mother or a father, let's say the father, imagine if your wife is pregnant. God forbid, if she gets a miscarriage and she loses the baby at this stage that you see here, the highlighted stage, the bones, then we can say, congratulations, Dad, you just became father to a skeleton baby. There's no flesh. Can you imagine, guys? Look at this comedy in the Quran.
Is the fact that the Quran, a book revealed in the 6th century, described this intricate process so accurately all those years ago.
People that are trying to promote Islam as to make it scientific friendly or science friendly.
So no, chapter 23, ayah 14 is garbage, is comic. It's man-made, brother. Man-made, brother, yes, man-made.
There are no embryological details of any consequence in the Quran.
But let us see where Muhammad plagiarized this from.
And to speculate that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, must have learned that from someone else.
Here, from this guy. From Galen, a Greek scientist who lived 1900 years ago, which is 500 years before Islam. Let us see what Galen said. Galen, 500 years, claims that Hippocrates and Aristotle, which came before him,
Aristotle also describes the emergence of bones and muscle.
he claims that they were wrong, right? They also made claims, and this guy claims that they were wrong. Galen says water, which is sperm, nutfa, right? Sperm, water of the man, the sperm of the man, and the sperm of the woman, yes. And this sperm becomes menstrual blood, dead blood, congealed dead blood, blood clot, which is dead blood. So from menstrual dead blood, you get living tissue, flesh, and then this flesh becomes bones first. And then this guy says, after the bones being developed, then the flesh grows around the bones. Wrong. You see? Copy paste. Do you see?
I mean, those pages are quite peculiar to the Quran.
We have seen the evidence. You cannot escape anymore. You're finished. A'udhu billah.
So first you get the dead blood clot, and then from the clot you get a lump of flesh, and that flesh becomes bones, skeleton baby, and then the bones are covered with flesh. Exactly like it.
I mean, those pages are quite peculiar to the Quran.
Copy paste, brother. Plagiarizing. Galen is wrong, Allah is wrong, Muhammad is wrong.
And to speculate that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, must have learned that from someone else.
How did Muhammad get access to the work of Galen? That's the $1 million question. How? There was an Aramaic-speaking guy by the name of Sergius.
You already know here how wrong is Islam. Allah is wrong, Muhammad is wrong, and Islam is wrong. Sorry.
Books that were written by Galen.
What we are listening here is about how human being is being created in the stomach of mother.
And we know that Aramaic was basically like the Greek and Aramaic were basically the languages like English of today in the Middle East.
How would a desert nomad know that?
So what happened? Sergius, he came from Turkey, right? Do you see it? He lived here in Turkey. He moved with his family and he took his translated work of Galen with him to Persia. So we have the Aramaic translated work of Galen now in Persia. So there was a medical school in Persia in the area called or city called Jundi Shapur. So Galen's work, now translated into Aramaic by Sergius, reached this school in Jundi Shapur in the 6th century. So here the work of Galen is started to be taught from in the Aramaic. As you see, many people have been graduating in this Jundi Shapur medical school, and they got graduated and became doctors, including a guy whose name was Al-Harith ibn Qallada or Qalda.
Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam took it from Al-Harith ibn Qalda, who was known as Tabib al-Arab, who was known as the doctor of the Arabs. And they say that he was someone who was quite learned and traveled many lands, and he came across many cultures and many theories.
This guy, this name that you see here, who studied medicine in the same school and read what Galen said about the embryology stages, after graduation, look what happened. This Al-Harith ibn Qallada, so he goes to Mecca and becomes one of the companions of who? The Prophet of Islam.
How would a desert nomad know that?
This is how Muhammad had access to the books of Galen, because of Al-Harith ibn Qallada. Later, Al-Harith ibn Qallada even marries the aunt of the Prophet and became a companion. He was living with Muhammad for 20 years. For 2 decades, he is teaching Muhammad about medicine and medical things and whatnot, including embryology that we can find in the Quran.
I mean, those pages are quite peculiar to the Quran.
Quran says in Surah Tariq, chapter number 86, verse number 5 to 7, that does not man know from what is created? He is created from a drop coming forth from a space between the backbone and the ribs.
Ibn Kathir, he said clearly that the baby is created from a gushing fluid, chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7.
What does the Quran mean by saying the human beings have been created from a drop coming from a space between the backbone and the ribs?
He created you from water gushing forth, meaning a sexual fluid that comes burst forth from the men and the women. Thus the child will be produced by both of them. Then proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. So the God of the Quran claimed that women and men, both of them, they produce sexual fluid, and that caused the baby to come to existence. And the sexual fluid comes from the backbone of the man, as you see, and the ribs of the women.
The human beings have been created from a drop coming from a space between the backbone and the ribs.
Galen did not know that women have eggs. So he was wrong, and he thought that women have sperm. This is this Galen here. So Muhammad got it from him, and Muhammad also was wrong in the Quran, right? Remember, nutfa, because Muhammad thinks that women have sperm like men, gushing out from the necklace area, right? The necklace area of the woman and the backbone of the man. Lord of mercy. So Muhammad and Galen, they believe that women and men have sperm.
And Professor Keith Moore said that this information in the Quran cannot come from human source. The author of this Quran has to be Almighty God.
Listen to me. We have the evidences. You don't believe? Wallahi, we have the evidence. We saw it with our eyes.
Don't mess around. Don't play games.
And that's alone proven to us. And by the way, this is not only Ibn Kathir saying, this is what the Quran is saying. The Quran is saying, as-sulb wa tawaib. As-sulb is the hard bone, which is the last one in the end. The last bone in your spine is that is the sulb. So Muhammad, he claimed that the sperm of the man is coming from the sulb, and which is the backbone, as you see, and the women coming from the ribs. And that alone is enough to prove to us that Muhammad is a false prophet. So we have more.
The Quran also says in Surah Sajda, chapter number 32, verse number 8, that we have created the human being from a quintessence. The Quran further says in Surah Insan, chapter 76, verse number 2, we have created the human being from nutfat and amshaj, from a minute quantity of mingled fluids.
Muhammad even, he go farther and he claim more crazy stuff. As an example, the man and the women, when they have sex, they see their sperm coming out. Water. So Muhammad and the Quran, both of them, they use the word water, and the word water means semen. Muhammad, he claimed that men and women, they have water, which is semen. And that semen of the man is white, and the women is thin and yellow. And whoever of them comes first will make the baby resemble the parents.
And today science tells us that the 23rd pair of chromosomes in the human being will determine the sex of the child. If it's XX, it's a female. If it's XY, then it's a male.
Which means the baby will become male or female.
That the sperm is responsible for the sex of the child.
Here in Muhammad, he made it clear. If a man have orgasm first, the baby will be a male. If the women have orgasm first, the baby will be a female.
And this is exactly what the Quran says in Surah Najm, chapter number 53, verse number 45 and 46. That we have created the human being from a minute quantity of liquid which is ejaculated.
Actually, this whole thing is not correct.
Muhammad obviously is a false prophet.
But what about Dr. Kate Moore, brother? How many times have you Muslims seen talking about Dr. Kate Moore?
In the late 70s. And Professor Keith Moore at that time was one of the highest authorities in the field of embryology.
Let me tell you what Keith Moore said. What he said on the page number 364A of his book.
He said that most of the verses of the Quran which speak about embryology are in perfect conformity with latest advances of embryology.
What did Dr. Keith Moore say?
Keith Moore is wrong? He's an embryologist? This is his field.
It's my field too.
Oh, you're an embryologist?
Yes.
Oh, great. Wow.
He said in his book, this Dr. Keith Moore, in 1998, his book in page 15 says, the Quran pretty much copied from the works of Galen. Do you see what he's saying?
And he said that he has no objection in agreeing that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the messenger of this God.
He was an agnostic, according to his own confession. And we saw this as a video, not in black and white, it was a colored video with audio and video. At the same time, of course, he's profiting from Islam and from Muslims.
Never, ever, ever bring up Dr. Kate Moore, because Dr. Kate Moore just destroyed you and your Prophet and the Quran.
Now, almost without a shadow of a doubt clear,
Muhammad obviously is a false prophet.
Please don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, click on the bell, smash it. Thank you for watching, guys, and God bless.
So we have seen now a lot of videos here. We finished with this. The here it's this is the video. It's called another amazing scientific mistake in Quran featuring Christian Prince. Okay, this is where you can go and follow that. So I'm gonna finish with the Bible here. Proverb: do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles. Okay, and we have First Peter chapter 3 verse 9. Do not repay evil for evil, or reviling for reviling, but on the contrary, bless for to this you are called, that you may obtain a blessing. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. We're gonna do another video, the second part of exposing Islam. So me as Combo Abel, I finish from now here. So let's pray before I close. Mungu Baba, Mungu aliye mbinguni, Mungu ambaye alituma mtoto wake Yesu Kristo kuja hapa duniani na kufa katika dhambi zangu, Mungu wa Abraham, Jacob na Isaac. Asante Mungu Baba, unanisikia maombi. Mimi kama Combo Abel naamini kwamba ulituma mtoto wako Yesu Kristo kukuja kusafisha madhambi yote hapa duniani na kukufa na kufufuka siku ya tatu. Kwa hivyo Mungu Baba, asante, umenipatia nguvu ya ku research Quran na mavideo, alafu nipatie nguvu nita research part 2 itakuja tena nyingine, katika damu yako Yesu Kristo. Amen. Asante sana, danke Filmo, and thank you very much. So we have to stop. I have to stop from here. So this is a vocal screen. This is the app I'm using to record my videos. So its name is vocal screen. Yeah. So see you guys, and I hope we have learned something in Islam. I hope you have learned. You have seen that Islam flourishes.